It is very exciting to introduce Governor Healey, whose election and governance have and are breaking through one glass ceiling after another. You're going to hear me say the word first a whole bunch of times. She is Massachusetts' 73rd governor and its first woman governor, its first openly LGBTQ person elected to office. And in just her first year leading the state, Governor Healey appointed the nation's first cabinet-level gubernatorial climate chief and coordinated a statewide response to the climate crisis. I'm so glad that she is speaking with us. She is a leader in every single sense of the word. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Wow. Thank you, Michelle. Good afternoon, everyone. Look, I am here. I am Maura Healey. I'm very proud to be the governor of the great state of Massachusetts. It was Massachusetts that years ago sued George Bush's EPA to get them to regulate greenhouse gases. So we've got some history. And yes, I'm lucky that the people of Massachusetts elected me. I was the first governor elected, and we also flipped a seat in the process. I also joined, as you noted, my good friend Tina Kotek. We were the first lesbians ever elected governor in the country. So look, I'm proud to be a governor of a state that doesn't just talk about climate. We lead on this. I actually grew up in a different state. I grew up just over the border in New Hampshire. I was raised by a single mom. She was a school nurse. She had 5 of us, kept us busy with sports, which is what ultimately led me to play basketball in college, and then I played professionally overseas. And I say that just because teamwork, is what it's about to me. It's how I lead, it's how I govern, and it's how we get things done. And I want to applaud all of the activists in this room for all you do in your communities, in your state, in this country, and in this world to bring about the change that we need. So thank you, thank you, thank you. My first day of office, I did do something. I issued my first executive order, and it was to create the country's first ever climate chief. She sits atop everything and makes sure that we're driving a climate agenda across all of government, because climate change doesn't just impact our environment, it impacts every aspect of every person's life. Massachusetts, as we speak, is home to the country's largest offshore utility-scale wind farm. It's powering homes and businesses as we speak. We're the first state to launch a green bank that's focused on affordable housing. We know we have to decarbonize manufacturing, housing, and transportation to get where we need to be. And I'm proud of that record. But I'll say this, we could not have done this without the Biden-Harris administration. It has meant more than $1 billion in funding coming to Massachusetts for climate alone. $300 million grant to upgrade our grid for offshore wind, more money for solar across our state. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have understood what it means to be there for our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. And I know that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz understand the same. I say that not only as a governor, I say that as somebody who sued Donald Trump over 100 times, sued Exxon. Many of those suits were about fighting his efforts to roll back important protections. So we cannot go back. That's what this convention is about. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will not let us go back. We've got 78 days until this election. Everyone has to dig deep. Think about your grandkids and whether or not they should inherit a planet polluted or one free from pollution. Do you want to say no to fossil fuels and a clean energy future? Do you want to build an economy like we're trying to do in Massachusetts that is cleaner and greener and creates great paying jobs? That's what we're on the cusp of, everybody. That's what we can further and do. This is about making progress over chaos, moving us forward as a country. Thank you for all you're doing, and let's go Harris-Walz.